Hello, my fellow aliens, Time Lords, companions, masters, and of course, river songs out there. This is the Nerd Vault, and welcome to the awesome review of The Husband of River Songs, River Sonic Screwdriver. Obviously, in the Tennant era, called the Future Sonic Screwdriver. But in this one, it's just a Sonic that the 12th Doctor made as a present for, of course, River after he knows what's going to happen to her, basically. So it's the Doctor does save her initially, doesn't he really? So yeah, let's give that a nice little spin. Continuingly therapeutic, I have to say. But yeah, so this is a Sonic I didn't think I'd have. I didn't think I'd get. The person who sold it to me, of course, Danger Industry, great person, makes awesome stuff, was selling it, and obviously, you know, I just kept looking at it thinking, well, I really want that. I like it. And I just thought, should I, shouldn't I? And then I eventually caved and I got it. But yeah, so here it is. Now, this is, of course, because it's the Husband of River Songs one. This is obviously this is how it looked pristine before she ended up in the library. So obviously by that point she'd used it a lot, and you know, it had got all oxidized and all the green paint on the brass and everything like that, you know. So that was obviously all done during the time. This is it when it's born, like the first, you know, appearance as it's born. So yeah, I believe in that particular episode, the emitter is that light blue, but then as it gets to the David Tennant episodes, in certain shots it's more of a dark blue. Now I don't know whether that's just me seeing things, or whether that actually is the case that it was that, but I'm pretty sure in the Tennant episodes it was a darker blue than that. But again, that's just me. Even if it's not the accurate colour, it still looks nice, and I quite like that tint of blue anyway. I think it matches with the brass very well. But yes, so here is the absolute beauty itself. So we're going to take a look at it here, and of course start from the back as I do with my replicas. So as you can see, we've got the end cap here, which I've always been a fan of. It's a sort of nod to Tennant's, but also completely different. You can see you got that aluminium bit there. And then as we come up here, we've got the brass circles here with the signet ring, if you like, where you have to put your finger through. It's a sort of a way of controlling the Sonic, really. It's got obviously the Doctor's DNA on it, but also River's DNA, and of course now mine as well. And then we've got a fluid link here, which is quite cool, for the activation button. And then, of course, the beautiful crackle, the grey, dark grey crackle that we've got here, with the grub screws, the flatheads, and the intricate green brass spots here. Now, I'm pretty sure the body of this is brass as well, just with that painted over. And then obviously, as you can see here, you've got the moulded switches, which don't work. This doesn't come off. It's just there for design, because obviously you didn't see it come off in this particular episode, so it is trying to replicate that. Then we've got these green bits here. We've got two of those. Then we've got the activation button here, which is actually quite reminiscent of the laser button as well, which is quite cool. And then we go up to here with the sort of ball bearing, which kind of reminds me of the 10th as well. A lot of this is quite reminiscent of the 10th. Of course, the emitter head is the most and the crackle paint. Crackle. I lost my voice a bit there. The crackle paint and the emitter head are very reminiscent, really, aren't they? But then we've got the dampeners on the on each of the emitter heads, which is cool. We've got the grub screw there, and then of course the beautiful blue emitter. I was always annoyed at the toy that they didn't have a removable blue and red emitter, because I think that would have been great. Now, I think you can take this out and put a red one in, but he didn't supply a red one, so because the red one wasn't shown in the show either. But yeah, so there you go. It's pretty awesome. Looks great from that angle as well. So, that is basically the River Sonic, as you can see there. So what I'm going to do now is press the button to activate the lights. This doesn't have sounds, so I just thought I'd let you know. But pressing the micro switch gives us a nice bright blue light, which again looks nice from that angle as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for what it does. I mean, it's basically like the exact prop, wherein it doesn't make any sound at all, just as the light. This is the stand that he made for it as well, which I think's actually really nice, to be honest. It's basic, but it works. Got all these symbols on it, and it's obviously just like that on the back, but it's pretty simple, but it's got a good heft to it, so it's, you know, it's secure, you know, and it's really nice. It's a good stand. So yeah, a few replicas just to sort of compare, if we can. Obviously the wide slider here, which again wasn't used in any of these episodes, but just for a sort of comparison, because all tents look pretty much the same, don't they, really? So as you can see there, the emitter heads and the crackle paint there, and then the end cap. I mean, nothing's going to beat the wide slider though, is it really? Of course, that extends as well. It would have been it would have been nice if the River Songs one had an extension. But then we've got this one, which I was going to review. I had this literally only the other day. I've had the River one for ages, but what's happened is I did the video on my old phone, had it ready, edited it out, was ready to post it, and then something came up that I had to sort of stop what I was doing, and then I forgot about it, got a new phone, realised I've transferred from iPhone to Samsung, still don't know whether it's a good move or not yet, and then realised, oh, I've lost everything, I couldn't transfer it all in time. So I was left with no video of Rivers. But I was supposed to put this one out before the one I'm about to show you, because I've only had that not even a week yet. However, I've ended up doing this video before the River one. So yeah, it's all crazy. But obviously now I can put it in the video because I've got it. And that is, of course, the Masters laser screwdriver. So as you can see, we have the Masters laser screwdriver, and you can see how the box for the button is similar. I showed it in my laser video anyway, but I can always show it on this one. As you can see, they're pretty much the same. Well, they look the same anyway. But of course this one has the features, doesn't it, really? Apart from when you've got that problem. So yeah, I mean, that's a massive Sonic once extended. Massive laser, sorry. When extended. So you make all these, you know, you make all of these bloody mistakes, don't you, when you've been reviewing Sonics all your life, and then suddenly you have a laser come your way, and it's just like, oh, it's throwing me out of proportion. But yeah, so normally my videos are quite long, but I can't really, there's nothing more I can say about this other than it's a beauty. It's got a nice heft to it, but not too heavy. It's not as heavy as the laser anyway, or the 13th Sonic. But yeah, I just absolutely love it, and the crackle is absolutely mental. It's out of this world, really. The crackle. And everything is perfect with this. So, yeah. That's really all I can say on the matter. So, what I will do is say, have a lovely day, guys. I hope you enjoy your day, whatever you're doing, or night, wherever you are in the world. Stay tuned for these videos to come, and then I've got a Sonic lipstick on the way from LSP, and after that there probably won't be anything new anyway until next year. Everything's on order now, so it's just a matter of waiting, but it will probably be next year, so we'll see. There might be some non-Doctor Who things this year for me to review when I go to Florida, so we'll see. But yeah, take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you can. That'd be great. And let me know your favourite Sonic as well. I'd like to know. Or if it's the laser, which is mine. But yeah, so have a great day. And remember, keep Sonicking.